Originally bought this car when in high school, my junior year in high school when I was 17 in 1986. It was a project. I did a body off restoration on it that winter. The suspension, everything was the way I did it back in high school, which was all original because I didn't have any money to replace any bushings and anything. So manual brakes, manual steering, and it drove like a lumber wagon like they all do. And now after driving this car, it's unbelievable the difference in the feel with the suspension. The way it steers, the way it handles, it used to bounce, you know, driving down the road, the shocks, and the shocks were replaced at some point, but it really, you could feel everything. And this now, it's a lot tighter. Steering, turning, it's a lot tighter. It doesn't have the roll like it did before. You can just tell everything is tightened up, and it's 100% better than what it was. I'm really looking forward to driving it again. It's a whole different feel. It's awesome.
The Ridetech StreetGRIP system has been designed to dramatically increase ride quality and handling while still utilizing the original factory GM control arms, steering components, and brakes. This makes it a great choice for someone who wants to retain the originality of the car and enjoy the driving experience. Starting with the front suspension, we will remove the original sway bar. This process is quick and easy with just a handful of bolts. The next thing to be removed are the shocks. Again, just a few bolts, and the shocks will drop right out of the bottom of the control arms. We can loosen the nuts on the ball joints with some solid taps on the spindle, or you can use a pickle fork. The spindle can be removed with the brakes still attached. Be exceptionally careful removing the original coil springs. Make sure to support the spindle so there's no pressure on the brake line. Keep track of your alignment spacers. You will need to have an alignment performed immediately after the installation, but you can reuse the old spacers to get the front end reassembled for moving the car to the alignment shop. We're not going to lie, removing the old bushings from the arms will be the most challenging part of the install. You can take your arms to a local shop and pay to have them removed. For this install, we used an air chisel to hammer them out. You decide what is best for you. Just make sure to not damage the control arm since you will be placing the new bushings right back in. With a fresh coat of paint, the old arms are ready for the new Delrin bushings to be installed. The Delrin bushings are a critical part of the StreetGRIP transformation. They never need to be greased because they are infused with Teflon to provide years of squeak-free performance and no maintenance. The solidity of these bushings dramatically increase the crispness of the handling, while the smooth rotation means they actually provide a better ride. They are the key to maximizing the effect of the high-quality shocks and springs of the StreetGRIP system. After the arms have been mounted, we can hang the spindle on the upper arm and mount the new dual-rate coil springs. These high-quality Hyperco springs provide a softer rate for the first few inches of travel to soak up road imperfections, but transition to a stiffer spring rate for roll resistance and sharp cornering. The StreetGRIP front springs will provide a slightly lowered stance for your Corvette. If you would like to keep your original factory ride height, we sell an optional spring spacer that will get you back to original height without any negative ride effects. The Ridetech adjustable aluminum shocks are the next part to be installed. These shocks feature Fox monotube technology, specifically valved for street performance, which means great ride and superb handling. The easy-to-use adjuster makes tuning the shock to your driving style quick and simple. We suggest starting off with the adjuster near the middle of the range and tune for more stiffness or softer ride from there. The final upgrade to the front of the Corvette is the Ridetech Muscle Bar Sway Bar. Substantially larger and stiffer than the original, Delrin-lined sway bar mounts allow the bar to rotate freely to enhance handling and quiet, squeak-free motion. It is also equipped with cast steel ends that provide improved precision in the manufacturing process. This means we can deliver more accurate rate and control. The high-quality Ridetech end links also provide more response for quicker turning and more steering feel. To get started on the rear suspension, we'll remove the old shocks. This is just a couple of bolts. Then, using a jack to support the leaf spring, the mounting bolt and rubber isolator can be removed from both ends of the original leaf spring. There are 4 bolts that mount the leaf spring to the rear differential cover. The Ridetech StreetGRIP system replaces the rear leaf spring with a Hyperco composite leaf spring, which saves 30 pounds of unsprung weight while providing a much more linear spring rate. It bolts right in place of the original spring, and we include spacers that provide adjustment of the rear height. The rear shocks bolt right back in place of the originals, and that is all there is to equipping your C2 or C3 Corvette with the Ridetech StreetGRIP system. Improved handling, great ride quality, and dependable performance.